Hi, this is Oladipo Jola from Oyashi Electoral Research. Yes, this is your host in talking about the ancient Hebrew identity of the Yorubas and then and other neighbors, and then also yes, we also talk about the words from Oyoiwa, the creator, and something also especially about Nigeria. Well, and then the religions in Nigeria, the failure of some of our religions in Nigeria, Christian and Muslim failure. Actually, yeah, I was discussing, very importantly, I was discussing with some people recently, and this conversation came from, they talk about religion, these church things, then drifted to Nigeria. But one of the things, most of other things are things that, yes, I've discussed in past videos. But one of the most important things that I discussed new, which is fresh, which I've never heard, how it just came to me, I don't know, just came up while. So I know it must have been that Oyo was put it there, and somehow I didn't know it was there, and it just came up. That Nigerian problem, Nigeria is a primary 3 student whose parents got money, or a primary 3 student who won a lottery, and then he used money to buy a certificate of a graduate, certificate of a university, so, and then he became a graduate. So that was where Nigeria missed it. The problem of Nigeria, again, the problem of Nigerian government, the problem that Nigeria had and that has not been solved, is that Nigeria is a primary 3 student who won a lottery. And after winning a lottery, he now went to a university, he now used money from the lottery, he bought certificate of a graduate, a master, he bought certificate of master, PhD, and professorship. And then he became a professor with money. So that is the problem in Nigeria. And so when he now got into the market, so he now started having problem, because the certificate that he actually has is what? They were bought. So they are not genuine. So he could not defend the certificate, and he started having problems. So that is Nigeria. So now this is now this illustration is what we are talking about is Nigeria as by the time Nigeria discovered oil, education was not really very strong. There was no drive for technology in Nigeria. By Nigerians, all the schools now, people are going to school, but there is no innate drive to develop technology. We don't have drive, we don't have innovations to develop our local technology to try to match them up with international technology. So what happened is that, so when we discover oil, we are still in our, yes, we just gained freedom, and in that struggling state, we are still trying to educate ourselves. We're still building knowledge. We've not gotten to the realm of technology drive, and then we discovered oil. And immediately we discovered oil, we jump into a graduate. We became pal with the greatest nation of the world. And instead of us to grow gradually, we refused to grow technology, we refused to grow every other things. We started using money to buy those things. So we use money to buy certificates. And immediately, while some other nations like China, like India, they were still struggling, Nigeria was already a rich nation, a mighty nation, a powerful nation, because they used crude oil money to buy those things. Now, Indian was growing. Indian too, well, they are into textile, Nigerian textiles, making Nigerian textiles, local textiles. It is still the way it was long time before the white men came. The small wooden box and all those things that they are doing, that's what the local textiles is. But Indian, they have grown their own local textiles, that they have a machine, a wooden machine that is working like the big textiles machine, the industrial textile machine. So they have wooden machine that is like the industrial machine that is working for them, working without electricity. So now they could not find oil like Nigeria. So they grew their technology. They struggle. They struggle. They grew their textile. They grew their. They grow in from their weak technology. They try to build. So they don't have money to import all those machinery. So what they have, they try to adapt what they have into industrial size. That is why they grow medically. They grow in every area into what they are today. So that is why they could sustain themselves. But China too, they grew also. And also America industrialists moving their companies to China also assist China. But they also grew. All these nations, they grew because they did not have resources like Africa. Most of the African nations have. But the African nations, we have a lot of resources. Immediately we got independent and we started discovering those things. We got into money. So it's like winning a lottery. And it's like a primary, so as I've said, a primary 3 student that now win a lottery became a billionaire. So he went to one secondary school, he bought certificate. He went to university, he bought certificate. He bought PhD. So he has all those certificates. People are saying, hey, PhD, they are alien him. But he's zero. He's empty. He's zero. They are only paper. Anything can happen to them. They will go away. So immediately Nigeria crude oil came. Nigeria has money. All these international companies, they see that there's oil there, there's money in Nigeria. They started bringing their companies. But Nigeria did not have we did not have the real thing that is to sustain this all this growth. We did not sustain it. We did not grow it. We did not grow it. We did not have we don't have the innate technology. We don't have it. We are liars. All our tiger, the giant of Africa, is fake. It's paper. Nigeria is paper giant of Africa. Nigeria is paper tiger. Nigeria is paper tiger. So Nigeria is a primary 3 student who won a lottery, became a billionaire, and he bought all certificate. He bought PhD. And then but he's zero. He's stupid. He's foolish. He has nothing upstairs to back up what he has bought. So it is people that are now coming to work for him, that are working it. It is the white men that are working it, and they are stealing his money. So that's what Nigeria is. And that is the problem of most African countries. We did not grow in technology. We did not have our technology at the way they were before the white men came. So what do you expect? Now you now see most of our young men today, they say they are innovative. They are building cars. They are building cars. They say the government should finance them. Is that what we need? If you are truly innovative, please go to the farm, go to the farmers. Look at what the machines that they go and build farmers that the farmers can use, and they can mass produce, that can help them, that can help solve their problems, so that they can produce with ease, they can farm with ease, and they can farm large proportion, so solve problems for them. If you are truly a technician, go there. Don't stop building a car is stupidity. So go to the farm. Go to the farm. Go to the people that are doing weaving. They are still using the ancient weaving stand and whatsoever. Go to them. Build a machine for them. You don't need iron machine. Build a wooden machine for them. Wooden machine that they can use. And they can produce. They can produce in size, in large size, in big, and in quality that can match. What is the industrial machines produced by the white, at least, if not 100%, but like these we can have 80, 89, 85, 90%. So that is a problem of Africa. So people have been talking about it. I too, we've been looking at it, but this is a major problem. Most African nations, we are primary 3 students who we win lottery, bam, because of our resources, we became billionaire. And instead of us to wait patiently and to grow from primary 3 to primary 4, 5, 6, 7, and go to secondary school and go to university and get certificate, we just use the money that we have. We bought into all those things. We got money instead of us to start building our technology. Now Nigeria was rich before through farming, through agriculture. Instead of when the lottery of fuel came, instead of them to start building those areas, technology of farming, technology of cocoa industry, all those, they did not build anything. They just started buying certificate. With that money, they got machines, they got a lot of things, they become big, but they are what? They are empty, paper, foolish, tiger, giant, tiger. They are paper tiger. Nigeria is paper tiger. So now, the true test of a nation, of a powerful nation, It's what is happening now. It's what is happening all over the world now. So if anything is happening in any country, Nigeria is in problem, because Nigeria is a paper tiger. It's not an audio. It's not a real tiger. It's not a true giant. A true giant, his strength is in himself first. But Nigeria has no strength in himself. Is all the things that he's using as strength, they are paper tiger, things that he bought with money. So Nigeria did not grow knowledge, did not grow anything. All we use is money and buy. That's stupidity. Buy refinery, buy all those things. We did not grow we did not grow our own technology. We did not grow our own people. We did not grow our people in knowledge from technology. So that is why everything, by the time the white, the industry that the machines that were brought into Nigeria by the white men, they could not work again because of the fuel and diesel and challenge of power. So weaving industry, that sector is closed. Go to India, you will see woody machine, very big, that is working like an industrial machine, because they grew themselves into it. But Nigerians are empty. We are empty-headed. We are empty people, empty, useless. Oh God, oh God. Primary 3 students they won a lottery. Instead of them to wait gradually and to grow in knowledge, and then get to where they're supposed to get to, so that we have real strength and we have true knowledge that to back up their money, so that their money will remain in their hand. If after winning the lottery, if that student should gradually wait and go through school and learn and have knowledge and have true knowledge, that student will be able to retain the money, establish himself, and establish a true stand for that money, so that he will continue to be rich. But Nigeria is not like that. Nigeria is like, he just use money to just buy papers, certificates. So he did not have wisdom to maintain that money. So that's what Nigeria is. And all white men, America, UK, they came and they are collecting Nigerian. They are collecting his money, his wealth. They are taking it away. They are using his wealth to enslave him. So that's Nigeria. They are using Nigerians' wealth to enslave Nigeria. They are using Nigerian money to enslave Nigeria, because Nigeria is a primary 3 student who won lottery of crude oil and refused to go through knowledge and refused to go to school. He said, no, now I am rich. Now I am rich. I don't need to struggle. I don't need to grow anything. I don't need to grow technology. I don't need to. He started buying it. He started buying. I don't need to go to school. I don't need to go and learn to become graduate, to become BSc. You use money to buy all those things. And everybody were hailing Nigeria, a very stupid giant, They were hailing him. And they hailed him to his destruction. Now, it is true test of situation has now come. That giant that they were hailing before has become a yeye giant. So Nigeria is a yeye giant of Africa. A yeye giant because he refused to grow. Because he won lottery of money, crude oil, and he refused to grow gradually. Grow agricultural sector, grow the weaving sector, grow all this sector. They just started using money, buying. And that is the stupidity. And that's what we are still suffering today. So what is the solution? That stupid yeye giant of Africa must go back to primary 3. And what? Where he left his technology, he must grow it from there. He must grow it to secondary school. He must grow it to university level. So that is the solution. He has to go back to that primary 3 where he left. Let's pray that I can still remember the thing that yes, primary 3. He has to go back to primary 3 and start to primary 4 and start growing. They have to grow the weaving sector from that weaving small thing that they have been using since. They have to grow, not buying machine prepared by white man that you are now buying. That is the stupidity of a primary 3 student that now won a lottery. You're now using money to buy everything. Grow your own machine. Let your technology, all those professors in university that cannot produce any machine, sack them. If it is white man that will come and produce and develop our own local technology, bring them, employ them. You can get people from any other country, from China, to replace all those professors with people that can produce for us. Why will you be a professor? You can't produce anything. You're saying, what are you professing? Get out. Go back to white man. Go and work for white man. We don't need people like that in Nigeria. Nigeria is not Nigeria is so crude. We are far from those nations are far higher beyond us. So go and work abroad. We need professors that can generate machines, that can help to build our local products, our local technology, our local weaving industry. That will go there, see what they are doing now, and then from there help them to enlarge it, to produce more complex materials and better materials that will go into that will see our farmers and see how they can grow and produce machine and look things that will help our own farmers here. So that we have countries and they produce it in Nigeria, and those technology will be produced here in Nigeria, and not just using money to buy everything. So that is the solution. If your Nigeria is not ready to do that, your Nigeria will continue to suffer. See, so all your churches, all these Christian churches, and all Islam, maybe Islam too want to join. They said all they do is opening university. All the university that you have opened, has it made any impact? It's zero, because it's still the same thing. It's still the same thing. So you are still it's the same system. It's the same thing. So it doesn't change. Now, if to say all the university that have, if to say they have done anything different, then they actually don't even know the problem. It's when you know the problem of a nation that you can solve it. So university is not the problem of Nigeria. The problem of Nigeria is the technology. They just abandon each sector to itself. The government, either a government or any church that is really have true vision of growth in Nigeria, to impact people in Nigeria, you take each sector, look at where they are presently in Nigeria. The people, not we don't forget all those industries. They are owned by Indians, white men. Anytime they just like, they can go. But look at our own people that are doing those things. They are doing it locally. Then improve their technology, develop, raise their technology into something. You might not be able to raise the one that they will be using fuel. Maybe they might not be able because of power in Nigeria. Then let's look at how to use wood machines. Let's sit down and think. Use your brain. Use your brain. Nigeria should use its brain. Nigeria, use your brain. Stop using money. Nigeria has been using money, crude oil money. They are not using brain. They are empty. Nigeria is a foolish brain giant of Africa. Empty brain giant of Africa. That's what Nigeria has been till now. So that empty brain giant of Africa that has a lot of brain but refuse to use it, but is using money, crude oil money, should go back to that primary 3 and build this technology from primary 3 level onto university and to professorship level. So that is the solution that we need. That is the solution that we need. So that is what in the discussion, and that was those are the I know it's what Oyoiwa gave to me, and I gave to those men that this is the problem of Nigeria. So and since you can't bridge that gap, it's not possible. You can't bridge it. You can't bridge it. Because even if you are going to use more, if you there's a place of learning how to manage money. There's a place of learning how to business. If you are going to if you don't want to even learn technology, you want to learn business, and so that you employ people, then there's a place of learning that act itself. But Nigeria did not learn anything. They just started using money to buy everything. So that is the problem of Nigeria. And I believe if Nigeria can go back and develop all those sectors from the primary 3 where they left and started using money to buy everything, they can grow them. Then Nigeria will be free from the chains and all the things that they are, and all these stupid corrupt officers too. They are not going to allow. They are going to be all these corrupt public servants. They are going to be to their hell of stumbling block to the growth of this nation. But the Lord is good. I know Oyoiwa is going to deal with all of them. So that's just I want to just say in this particular video. I believe Oyoiwa, and I pray Oyoiwa that. That even if everybody is not going to, the whole Nigeria is not going to really face this, to bridge this particular gap, if we can have certain people in Nigeria that will just team up together and work together to bridge that gap, that they can go back to that primary 3 level, that this is where in weaving, this is where the local technology stop. Yeah, let's develop it. In this area, this is where the local technology stop. Let's develop the local technology, so that our local people can be reach the standard of local the power, technological power of our local people, local workers, local industries. So I think if you can do that, that is just the way ahead to break through from most of these challenges, and that our economy is just dependent on all other nations. So if we can do that, I believe that there's a way forward in Nigeria. So Nigeria, for till now, Nigeria is a empty brain giant of Africa. Thank you.